16 ways life was different 60 years ago. 1. Getting cash meant going to the bank. Before 1969, there were no ATMs in America. 2. Getting a credit card was super easy. You didn't even have to apply for them. Banks routinely sent cards in the mail, unsolicited. This practice was outlawed in 1970. 3. Air travel was much faster. That's because boarding times were very short. There was no TSA, and security rules were minimal. Almost anything was allowed on board. If you had a license, you could even bring a handgun. 4. Plane tickets were a lot more expensive though. Air travel was a luxury in the 1960s. The Boeing 747 only debuted in 1969. It held twice as many passengers as its predecessor. This caused a dramatic drop in ticket prices. 5. People got married much earlier. The median age for first marriages in America was 23 in 1968. Women married even younger, at 20. Today, it's 28.6 for women and 30.5 for men. 6. All movies were unrated. The rating system was only introduced in 1968. Racy movies would be simply denied release. They had to rely on self-censorship. A movie ticket cost around $1.42 in 1969. 7. There was no Memorial Day. The holiday was originally called Decoration Day. It wasn't officially recognized until 1971. 8. The drinking age was 18. It was only raised to 21 in 1984. 9. There were no seatbelt laws. All U.S.-made cars were mandated to have safety belts after 1968, but no law actually required wearing them. Airbags were not even an option. These devices were only invented in 1968. Child car seats were not required until 1971. 10. There was a lot less obesity. Just 13.4% of Americans aged 20 to 74 were obese in 1960. Today, this sad number stands at a whopping 39.6%. 11. There was no nationwide emergency number. Before 911, you simply called the nearest police station. You didn't need to dial an area code, so it was just 7 digits. Another option was to dial 0. This connected you to the operator. The operator would then connect you. 911 was introduced in 1968. 12. There was no minimum age for gun possession. Until the Gun Control Act of 1968, anyone could buy a gun. The law set a limit of 18 for long guns and 21 handguns. However, this only applied to new purchases. Owning a gun was legal at any age. 13. Contact lenses didn't exist. Soft contacts didn't appear until 1971. Glass contacts did exist, but they weren't popular. 14. Walmart was a small family business. The Waltons had just 24 stores in 1967. Walmart became a publicly traded company in 1970. Most of the goods sold in stores were American-made. The spelling was changed to Walmart in 1981. 15. Most TVs were black and white. There were only 3 networks in the US: ABC, CBS, and NBC. Unlike most European channels, they broadcast in color. Walt Disney's Wonderful World of Color premiered in 1961, but it took until 1972 for color TVs to outsell black and white sets. 16. It was illegal in most states to pump your own gas. The first self-service gas pump was put up in 1964 in Westminster, Colorado. At that time, the practice was unpopular. By 1968, 23 states had a law in place banning it. It's still illegal to pump your own gas in New Jersey and Oregon.